Football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel.
Feeling embarrassed.
These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to
he pretty much knew that he had that game won.
And the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out in a good one as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
I was like... Yeah. Yeah, once you said 64 of them, like, I ain't complaining. Shit. I was like, shit, I'll take it.
I seen him go to church. I was like, God damn it, I forgot he got good one over there. Then I was like, I bet that one happened no more.
On first down, Kraft finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running money plays like a motherfucker kind of
I'm hip. That's I was like, you can. At that point, I was like, you can throw the ball. Yeah, you can throw the ball, whoever. But
one play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He gets away from the opening, and there he goes. The 40.
I was like,
past the 20. 10.
I was like, yo, he's in his ass, bro. I was like, yo.
A big play there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
I'm here.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Yeah.
So they let us back in, but he said, Lewis, do me a favor, please, don't destroy my check. I got it. To the play. So yesterday when they kept tagging me, I said, look, Corey, look, man, I don't fuck with Ravens.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 27. It's a big play there for the Browns. 48 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah. Once you said glory hole, I was like, yo.
On play action, Kaiser. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Yeah.
Well, this winds up in empty possession. Everything looked okay.
That's like a
get the ball on target. And knowing him,
that's like a woman coming to your rescue or something, man.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. Right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Bravo! Yo, go, go! Hustle, hustle! Fight!
Throwing on first down is Locke. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down. Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Check, 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 check.
But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 2 now, second and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal. Locked now on third and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll run on first down. Kraft. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. It's caught. Smith. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up first and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the left side. Kraft. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Kaiser now. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. Touchdown, New Orleans. That punt returns 66 yards, and it goes the distance. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14. Browns nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 3rd down, Kraft. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. To throw is Kaiser. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots down.
Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Following the fumble recovery. Block. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sione Takitaki. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Block off of play action. He's got Fuller. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Block now on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He saw the middle was closed, tried to bounce it outside. That didn't work either.
Very rarely can you bounce something that's designed to go into the middle all the way to the outside and expect to get help and get there. Usually all the blocking is there. In this case, blocking was in the middle, bounced up, stacked up. Now he was outflanked when he tried to get outside.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They go play action. Kaiser looking deep for Gabriel. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that
that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller, 76 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A first down throw for Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. To try again after the sack. Kaiser. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down and very long. Kaiser. He's going to air one out. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Incomplete. Sets up fourth down.
Here's Jordan Berry now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just...
That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for the Saints. 55 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Lock now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
First and 10. That's a 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready? No.
Now a give, right side. Kraft. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kraft. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Kraft. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Lock going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want it.
It got his man complete. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jakeem Grant, 96 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns' drive about to get started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Play action now. Kaiser. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Got it? Choose the mic right here, over there, right? 50, choose the mic. I don't think you got it, son. Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Ready? 18, Stop your whining. Hey. He's checking crap. 5.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Kraft. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Buddy up. 55. Hey, eat. On the ball. Alert 3. Set up.
They'll try the left side. Kraft. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 23 yards, the final tally.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll throw here. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Let's get this.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 9-yard line.
Set, ready, 8, read. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
And they will take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Saints, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in.